Dear seniors and colleagues, tonight is a special as we are going to discuss most fascinating topic, psychology of religion. What is psychology of religion? Let's discuss more about it. Tonight we are having one of senior, distinguished and respected psychiatrists of our country, Dr. H.R. Phookun.
One of my patients said that I am not suffering from any illness, but there are two spirits, one male and one female, that resides inside my brain, and they keep on quarreling all the time, and my behavior is because of their quarrel. So that is a delusion, and that is not a religious belief. And similarly, religious beliefs can also form a part of psychiatric disorder. But as we are taught in our student days, that when a person has a delusion, you don't argue with him. You listen to him. You neither support nor. Well, if you don't argue with his beliefs, don't argue with his, even if it's a delusion, religious delusion, you don't argue with him, you don't want to discredit him. We listen to him and we accordingly do counseling, not contradicting his belief.
So, sir, over the years, you have explored the interface between psychiatry, culture, and religion. So, we would like to know how this journey has influenced your understanding of human mind, both as a psychiatrist as an individual.
If you understand the basic philosophy of religion, then you understand the faith people have on God or religion, and you understand that this faith and this belief help them in maintaining a normal social life despite oddities here and there. So religion, I think, has been useful and relevant in the past, and I hope that it will always remain relevant for the upkeep of a normal human society.
Good evening, everyone. I, Dr. Dhananjay Ashturkar, welcome you all on the behalf of IPS Podcast Task Force team. It's glad to let you know that it's our 10th episode, and our previous episode are streaming on our IPS YouTube channel. Dear seniors and colleagues, tonight is a special as we are going to discuss most fascinating topic, psychology of religion. When we interact with our patients and their families, some or other way, their religion and religious practices play play come in picture, and for sure, it's a play an integral role also. In our practice, religion and its belief reflect in the symptomatology, myths, misconceptions, complex family dynamics, and social structures, even in the identity crisis, and even in positive or negative recovery of our patients. It's dual sort as we will discuss. What is psychology of religion? Let's discuss more about it. Tonight we are having one of senior, distinguished and respected psychiatrists of our country, Dr. H.R. Phookun. Sir, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Now I request our Lord President, Dr. K.S. Rao, to say few words to give us a blessing, because this podcast is his initiative and idea which we are running. So please.
Good evening, all, and I'm extremely happy that we have crossed one of the significant milestone, 10 episodes. In fact, any idea grows and does wonderfully well is actually something need to be celebrated. And at the outside, let me place on record our appreciation, congratulations, and you are doing well. Keep it up. Of course, today's topic is actually something very relevant, and many times many people have a lot of confusion related to spirituality and religion. And religion, many of the times looked upon as something problematic too, in fact, as a major strength. In fact, extremes of ideas are extremely known, and it is actually needs proper, what you call dissecting it, see where it is very useful, where it has to be, in fact, modified or understood. The third one, many of the times we actually go by some of the rituals and attribute everything to the religion that particular way. In fact, one of the most important useful thing is actually that trust, faith, and many such these things make wonderful changes for people who are suffering. So from that angle, in fact, today's discussion is, I'm sure, would throw light on many of the things. My association with Dr. Phookun is pretty long one, but all said and done, we don't meet as frequently as some of the earlier speakers we might have
Yeah.
met. But each time I have met him and each time I have interacted, it is actually a good learning, an eye opener, and in fact, something which adds hopes to our life. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting, and I look forward to the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your encouragement. Now I request our President-elect, Dr. O.P. Singh, sir, to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. As our president sir have already said that 10th episode we have reached, and this is the subcommittee needs kind of congratulations from behalf of all of us. Great work has been done, and it has become quite popular. And being popular leads to a lot of other side effects also, so which have proved that this has become popular. So that has been very great, and a lot of people have joined. I welcome them all, even Dr. Sanjeev Jain's name, Dr. Harihar. So Dr. Naveen, lot of senior people have joined, and we welcome them all. And regarding Dr. Phookun, I must say he is the iconic figure in India, and in our zone, he is the great person. He belongs to a very distinguished family. I will not. I understand that you will be asking a lot of questions on all those things, so I'm not going to disclose that. And but for me, it is a personally. I met Dr. Phookun when he came as an MCI inspector. I was young, not so young associate professor, who was heading the department and with a lot of deficiency and trying to open the PG seats. That time it was not very easy, and he was our examiner, and he was instrumental in providing the PG seats to our institute. So personally and institutional wise, we are eternally grateful. And he has been guiding us throughout, afterwards also in all the matters of zone and state. So again, welcome you, sir.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you rightly mentioned, that popularity comes with responsibility. We will try to follow our best to think we can do for the society, IPS societies. Thank you very much. Now I welcome Dr. our dynamic secretary, honorary general secretary, Dr. Arun Marawali, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dhananjay. Respected TSS sir, OP sir, other office bearers, Circle and Naresh. Respected speaker, Phookun sir, the organizing committee members, Dhananjay, Archana and Reddy, and all respected audience today. First of all, I congratulate for successful program. Almost 10 sessions. This is 10th, and all our previous episodes are available on video also, YouTube video. So you're doing a great job. So today's session, I expect to be very much informative to the audience as well as us. I wish good luck to you, all of you, for the future episodes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Dr. Naresh sir to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Seniors, our president, and the whole office bearers and the podcast team. And they are doing a wonderful job. Congratulations to them for reaching the 10th milestone. Today's speaker is supposed to be distinguished, respected in the East zone, and probably all over India as well. I mean, it's my unfortunate that I haven't personally probably had acquaintance with him. But yes, spirituality as a subject is very close to me as well. And like Dr. President has said, spirituality and I mean, when we say spiritual fitness or spirituality, it is to understand the ultimate and to understand the connection between the individual and the ultimate. And when we say spiritual fitness, it includes physical fitness, mental fitness, social fitness, and other dimensions, as well as religion is a means to attain the ultimate spiritual goals. So it is not the only means, but physical fitness is also a means, mental fitness is also a means, and as part of that, medical fitness is also a part of that, as well as religion is a part of attaining that spiritual goals as well. And I'm sure uh, Dr. Phukan and today's our distinguished guest of the podcast would be able to elaborate more. And I'm extremely curious and to know more about him, sir, and learn. He's a senior most psychiatrist, and I'm willing to learn from him a lot. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Naresh sir. Your support is always crucial for us. Now I request Dr. Sujis Sarkar sir, our honorary editor, to bless us with few words.
Thank you, Dhananjay. A big thank you to the entire podcast team, and my regards to all the office bearers. Just wanted to add only one thing that Phukan sir is definitely a pride of our zone, one of the most revered teachers of the country who also happens to belong to our zone, and that gives us a special pride and age. And the topic that has been chosen also is, I mean, he is a right man to speak on this vast area. So I think it will be one of the most sought after podcast episodes. And I again thank you for having chosen Sir to be the guest today. And I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much. And best wishes for the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all IPS office bearers for supporting us and also for the encouragement. Now, without wasting much time, we will let's start with the podcast. For tonight, we are having host uh, Dr. Piali, Dr. George, and Dr. Archana will lead the show.
Thank you, Dr. Dhananjay. And before starting, as already said, we are very happy to announce that all our previous episodes are uploaded on our official YouTube channel of Indian Psychiatric Society podcast. And I'll request all our distinguished members who have joined us to kindly like and subscribe to our channel. It's so visible on our screen for now. So requesting again to please subscribe and like, increase our visibility, and it will motivate us to keep on bringing more important topics and insights through our conversation with this platform. So now to start with, welcome to our guest for today, Dr. H.R. Phukan, sir. Sir, before we dwell into today's fascinating theme, our audience would love to know more about you. So please share with us your journey into medicine and psychiatry and what inspired you to choose this field.
Well, I joined medical science in Guwahati Medical College in Guwahati, did my graduation from Guwahati. Then in 77, I joined for post-graduation in PGI Chandigarh and did my PG from in 1979. And then for 2 years, I worked in a multi-centered international project, DOSMED. And after that, I came back to my state and joined medical college and finally retired as a professor and head of the Department of Psychiatry in 2017. So teaching has been my, preferred area. I love teaching students, and another area that is very close to my heart is religion. And that is why I thought I will talk about religion, the psychology of religion. And it is a little bit of a controversial topic. So Some may not agree with me, some may agree with me. But my idea is to give you some ideas to think about it and realize what is religion actually is. So at the very beginning, I'd like to tell you that in this talk, I don't have any intention of criticizing religion as to whether it is relevant or irrelevant, appropriate or inappropriate, archaic or modern. I just wanted to understand in a humble way professionally to see what religion is and what function does it play in the human society along with the discipline of psychology and psychiatry. So there are various views regarding religion. There are believers who feel that religion is sacrosanct and not to be touched, not to be analyzed. And there are non-believers who feel that the religion is archaic and no more useful to the society in the modern society. Both the views are essentially biased and does not serve much purpose as to the understanding of religion. So now the question is, why does the question arise about the religion? Why do we make an attempt to analyze religion? Why not let it be in the realm where it has always been there, the realm of faith? However, I feel that there is an urgent need to understand the evolution and purpose of religion in the human society, because the society and the time has changed drastically, and there is relentless advances in the scientific discoveries. So with that, the understanding of various things has to change. For example, let me give you an example, is that when we were children, we were told that Lord Shiva resides in Himalaya, in the peak of Himalaya with his family. But now these days, innumerable people have scaled Himalaya and there is no Sadasiva Mahadev there. So, and similarly, at certain point of time, moon was considered as a god. Now people have landed in moon and found various things there. So with such discoveries, the religion has to be reorganized and reoriented in a little different way so that its purpose can be preserved and it still remains useful to the society. Hence, we need some reorganization and reorientation in the religious belief and practices to maintain the usefulness and maintaining the social order and cohesion. Attempt at understanding religion has been done by believers, as I said earlier. Now, the scientific understanding of any phenomenon in no way, I believe, in no way lessens the significance of that particular discipline. So, in analyzing religion, trying to understand religion does not lower the dignity or the importance of religion. Now, the most difficult question is, what is religion? Now, religion can be conceived as a vast range of behavior, thought, belief, emotions, and attitude centered around moralizing human beings, human mind, and organizing peaceful, discipline, and conflict-free social organization of human beings. So that was the purpose of religion, that in this there is order, there is discipline, there is lack of no anarchy in the society as it was there in ancient societies. Some psychological point of view, one thing that is very significantly noticeable is the universality of religion. There is hardly any society where the religion does not play a significant role, and there is hardly any person in this world who in some times in his life has not felt a religious stirring. So from universality, one can easily infer that the religion provides some kind of adaptive function in the human life, some kind of need fulfillment in the human life. So religious philosophers are invoking recurrently at all time and all the places to satisfy one or the more basic universal human need. The need and function of religion, religious operation and psychic operation has certain core similarities. Like psychic operations are conceived by psychic operation as conceived by Sigmund Freud centers around handling the unbridled inborn energy called id, which needs to be handled. If it goes uncensored into the adult life, it will create anarchy in the society. So it needs to be controlled. The primary aim of psychiatric operation, on the other hand, is to contain direct energy and organize this energy in a gainful way and propagate humanity and avoid anarchy. Similarly, religious operation stresses to contain. Your battery is running low. So, similarly, religious operation stresses to contain the undirected human wishes, desires, and impulses of human society. If uncontrolled, might deteriorate the very foundation of human existence through anarchy. Okay. Now, psychiatry vis-a-vis religion. Now, the famous writer Richard Burton in 1932, in his book Anatomy of Melancholia, has elucidated or attributed the cause of mental and physical illness to either to spiritual or demonic influence. So, illness, both mental and physical, was attributed to either guilt or possession of devil. Especially demonology is found in Gilbert and Henry's book, A History of Medical Psychology in 1941. Now, the famous psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud, in his essay, The Obsession, Action and Religious Practices in 1907, explained that the term demon, which was earlier prevalent in mental and physical illness, attributed cause, can be conceptualized as the other name of id from a psychodynamic explanation, that demon and id are interchangeable words. So the id, if uncontrolled, will act like a demon on your psyche. And so he compared demon with id. Now, psychoanalysis of religious practices and psychiatric disorder. This study era began with the paper of Sigmund Freud in 1907. He observed many similarities between religious practices and psychiatric disorder. To give you one example is the relation of obsessive compulsive disorder to religious practices. Both are characterized by fixed ideas and belief, as you've seen in OCD, apparently meaningless to certain people, are not, if not the rituals are not performed, then there is severe anxiety or uncertainty. Both have similar purpose, control of undesirable wishes and impulses, and both functions are controlling agent, the superego. Now, religion and psychosocial need fulfillment. Religion seems to satisfy individual needs. What way? It assures individual against misfortune by creating the impression that one's fate is determined by its own past deed. So if you have suffering now, that is probably because you have done something wrong in your past life. So giving an explanation of your suffering and thereby reassuring that things will improve gradually. Religion fulfills the eternal human need of dependency and nurturing. So initially, we get the nurturing and dependency need fulfilled by our parents, but parents are not everlasting. They disappear at certain point of time, and your dependency needs remains unfulfilled. So the religion fulfills external human needs of dependency and nurturing and protection by allowing them to lean on the super parent, that is the God. So when you have distress, you lean on God and feel that He will help you. And that gives you relief. The God, unlike our parents, are everlasting. He is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. He is everywhere. He sees everything. He knows everything. And even if you do something in secrecy, He will know that. So if He sees everything, we are scared that we will not do something wrong because He will see and punish us. So that is a phenomenon that was evolved. The religion also reassures against fear of death by the phenomenon which the religion says is eternal life, that the soul never dies, it only changes body. So the fear of death disappears because you don't die. Your body only changes and the soul goes to another body and you still live there. So the fear of death is no more there. Now, the religion also gives you the procedure to deal with your guilt of doing wrong things by doing penance or self-punishment. If you people have seen, I have seen it personally, when going to the temple in Jammu, in Navasi, Vaishno Devi temple. While walking up, I have seen people rolling down the road continuously from top to the bottom. And that is a kind of penance, a self-punishment they give to get rid of the guilt of doing wrong things. And you may have seen that in certain religions, especially in Islam, there is this thing called tazia, where people with ropes beat them in their back, where bleeding starts. They keep on beating. That is a kind of a penance or self-punishment. Now, coming to my personal understanding, any designated force as superpower had a pattern and could not be controlled by a human being. In the ancient society, if you see, people used to worship fire, snake, ocean, river, etc. These are the forces at that time they were unable to control or keep under their control. So they worship them with an idea that these forces will be pleased with the worship and will not harm them. So at this stage, the thinkers saw an opportunity of bringing social order. In earlier times, people used to do wrong thing and the society used to use forces and punishment to deter them from doing that. However, they found that it is only partially effective. So they thought that there must be something inside the human mind which stops him from doing wrong things. So we need to have a superpower, a super parent who resides in our mind, and with his presence in the mind, he stops us from doing wrong things or stops us from doing violence or other things. So he knows all, so he knows what we do. And if we do wrong, he may punish us. But at the same time, like our parents, he is also benevolent, he is also forgiving, and he loves us. So when does he love us? He loves us when we do good things, when we help others, when we make contribution to the society. And he is not happy with us when we do wrong things, when we do violence, when we kill people, when we rape someone. These are the things he makes him unhappy, and he may punish us for that.
So great, sir. Thank you for bringing these insights that we all know religion is a part of human civilization for thousands of years. And you have very well drawn how and why human beings are naturally drawn to religion and spirituality, and what are the needs the religion fulfill, perhaps nothing else can do. And the understanding of this superpower is really, really wonderful, sir. Thank you for highlighting these important insights for us.
Little bit more, just 2-3 minutes more, is the psychiatric relevance of religion. This concept of superpower or force also appears to be relevant to us if it functions as a surrogate ego, helping the ego to deal with the primitive wishes and desires. It also functions as a surrogate superego, widening the jurisdiction of superego and strengthening its effectiveness. It is also a useful defense mechanism to deal with fear, stress, and guilt. And finally, it also helps by using this concept in our therapeutic procedures. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for explaining the concept in very simple way. As we know, religious belief can provide hope, resilience, and meaning during life's most difficult moments.
Yes.
What do you know from psychology and neuroscience about how faith influences mental health and emotional well-being?
Well, if you have faith on the superpower, you have a feeling that things will be taken care of by him because he is loving and benevolent and he understands you. Besides, we all are his children. He has created all of us. So we are all his children. So he will protect us, he will support us, he will help us. And that is the reason why the concept of religion is still very relevant, and I hope it will always remain relevant in the future. Does it answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anything else?
Thank you, sir. I think that was
Sir,
nice to hear from you, sir.
can I ask one thing? Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Can I ask one thing, sir?
Yeah, please.
Sir, what I have observed that there are some gods or who does miracles. They are worshipped more and more. If something I don't know by the devotees or the pujaris or pandas, or if there is something they say that if you follow this guru or this swami or this devta, then you will get miracles. What is the psychology behind that? And the people follow them.
Well,
So I think I'll be coming to your question, sir. The same thing. It was, sir. I'll go ahead, sir. The same, almost the same kind of. Sir, as psychiatrists, we often meet patients whose symptoms involve religious ideas or experiences. How do we distinguish between healthy religious experiences, which are deeply spiritually empowered, and psychopathology without undermining a person's faith, sir?
that is an area it's not very easy to answer. Is that almost all the people have religious belief and religious faiths, and all the people believe that the God is always inside you and guides you there. That is not a psychopathology. But when he feels that the God, like one of my patients said, that I am not suffering from any illness, but there are two spirits, one male and one female, that resides inside my brain, and they keep on quarreling all the time, and my behavior is because of their quarrel. So that is a delusion, and that is not a religious belief. And similarly, religious beliefs can also form a part of psychiatric disorder. But as we are taught in our student days, that when a person has a delusion, you don't argue with him. You listen to him, you neither support nor argue with him, and treat accordingly. And about the, I forgot the second part of the question.
So the questions are without, undermining the person's faith, sir. How do you differentiate?
Well, if you don't argue with his beliefs, don't argue with his, even if it's a delusion, religious delusion, you don't argue with him, you don't want to discredit him. We listen to him and we accordingly do counseling, not contradicting his belief and treating the belief so that it gradually disappears from his mind. So we don't undermine the faith, we are just only reassure the patient that we are there and we are there to help you.
Sir, just in continuation to that question, sir, what if I'm convinced with the patient's belief system, though it might be delusional, but would my trying to encourage him to follow the faith, will it help him in long run, sir?
I didn't get you. Please repeat.
The patient, sir, though he might come with an abnormal psychopathology, but when you look at his faith and his belief in the religion, and I feel that yes, on a long run it might help him. Would it be right for me to go in his line of thinking, sir, while taking the history or while trying to counsel him?
See, this is, if you see in the person that the religious belief is rational as per the religious teaching, then you don't argue with him. But if you see that the religious belief or his thoughts has gone beyond the religious teachings, and gone to a state which is irrational, then you will try to correct him without interfering with his faith.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Sir, the other question would be, sir, across cultures and religions, rituals such as prayer, meditation, fasting, and going out for a pilgrimage are very common, sir, in our religious practices. What psychological functions do these practices serve? And is there any evidence that they can improve emotional resilience and mental health?
Yeah, these practices are actually trying to get closer to God, trying to get attention of the God, trying to get goodwill, good wishes from God. So we visit from temple to temple. We go to religious places, and we do fasting, and we do all these things. That is certain practices which has been prescribed by religious philosophers, that these things cleans your mind and will help you in having a normal human behavior. So that is always there. But as far as the priests and pandas and sadhus are concerned, with all due apology, I would like to say that I always believe that I can connect with God directly. I don't need via media or an agent in between to reach the God. So I communicate with God directly with honesty. And so the need of a sadhu or a priest is not important for me. Does that satisfy you?
Yes, sir, perfectly. And thank you so much, sir. Over the years, you have explored the interface between psychiatry, culture, and religion. So, we would like to know how this journey has influenced your understanding of human mind, both as a psychiatrist as an individual.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure, sir. Sir, as I was saying that over the years of the long career of yours, you have explored the interface between psychiatry, culture, and religion very closely. So, we would like to know how this journey has influenced your understanding of human mind, both as a psychiatrist as an individual.
Yeah, if you understand the basic philosophy of religion, then you understand the faith people have on God or religion, and you understand that this faith and this belief help them in maintaining a normal social life despite oddities here and there. So religion, I think, has been useful and relevant in the past, and I hope that it will always remain relevant for the upkeep of a normal human society. I'd like to share one thing, is that once a fakir came to my house and he said, give me money. So I said, I will not give you money, you go. So he raised his hand and cursed me that nirbangs ho jayega. So she thought I'll get scared. So I took out my geneau around my thumb and cursed him, je tu gal ke mar jayega. So he got so scared, he thought it will apply on him. He turned around and ran out of my campus. So this is what is my way of dealing things.
So, sir, as rightly said, there are innumerable people who are using religion and these fears in a very different way to scare people and for their own benefits. So,
Yeah,
these
very
things.
much. Very much. That is why I have tried to understand religion from scientific point of view. There are unscrupulous elements who use religion for their own benefit, their vested interest. For their vested interest, they practice. For example, in any place you will see small temples coming up at roadsides and one priest sitting there and making money. So the basic idea is business rather than religion. So, second thing is that in the religious organization, which were earlier an independent organization, is now gradually becoming political organization. So politics is getting into religion, and politicians are using religion to their benefit. In the conflict between Hindu and Muslim and so on. So this needs to be handled and it needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, the religion will no more remain useful. People will lose faith on God and religion.
Yes, sir, very rightly said. So, sir, as we all have understood from learning from a lot of religious textbooks which we have, so that it has said that you always need a guru to understand religion and spirituality in a better way. So, how to differentiate whether a person is a genuinely enlightened being spiritually, or a person is an maybe imposter using religion into a bad way?
You need to ask, for example, when once I went with my mother to a guru. My mother insisted that we visit the guru. He is very famous guru. So the guru said a lot of things which I hardly understood. Then the guru asked me, "Do you have anything, any question?" Then I asked him, "What is Brahma Tattva?" So he smiled and said that बड़े चालाक बच्चे हो, गंभीर सवाल पूछ रहे हो, and he didn't answer that question. So, that way you can differentiate who knows. There are very good religious leaders who knows and who are well informed, and there are, imposters, and unfortunately, imposters are much more than the actual gurus.
Yes, sir. Sir, sir, what message would you like to leave for psychiatrists, our mental health professionals, and general public about the relationship between religion, spirituality, and psychological well-being? How can science and faith coexist in promoting mental health?
In a way, religious teachings and religious practices, in a way, is also a scientific practices. These practices help people to have a normal life, to have a peaceful life. So it cannot be excluded from science. It is a form of science which is useful in shaping the human mind and keeping the human mind in equilibrium. So I consider religion and science to be the either side of a coin. They coexist and they will always remain coexistent.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights and thoughtful reflections with us. And today's discussion reminds us that religion is not merely a system of beliefs on rituals. It is also a profound psychological experiences that shapes our identity, meaning, resilience, and human relationships.
Yeah.
And we hope this conversation encourage our viewers to approach both faith and mental health with greater understanding, empathy, and openness. One aspect which clearly stood from our conversation for today is that science and spirituality need not stand in opposition. When understood wisely, they can complement each other in promoting human well being.
Yeah.
Yes. So, with this, may I request our esteemed audience who has joined us today to kindly share their views and they can interact with our guest for today.
Sir, I
Vijay,
asked
sir.
one thing. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There are something is proposed that this particular, if you follow the God, he does the miracles. If you ask for something, they will solve your problems. So, what is the psychology of these miracles and this thing?
This is taking advantage of the weakness of your mind. You feel you need immediate fulfillment, so you go to a guru will say that you do this and your problem will be solved, and you do that and you presume that your problem is solved, though it may not be solved. So gurus are, it does fulfill certain purposes, but by and large there are a lot of fake gurus than actual gurus. So, and that is the thing.
Sir, in every religion there is something called as a Shraddha and Andhashraddha. Superstitious and Shraddha and Andhashraddha. How to differentiate between these two? Superstitiousness crossing the line beyond the Shraddha or faith.
You know, one part of religion is always there, that you believe in superstition. Because if you believe in superstition, then you feel relieved that this is going to happen, and so it's going to this thing. For example, I tell my patients who are very worried that I may die at any time, this illness is very bad, and what will happen to me, I tell them that the day you were born, the God has written a date in your forehead. That is the date when you will die, not a day before and not a day after. And even that day, if you keep 100 doctors around you, you will still die. So something which is beyond your control, why do you think about it? Why do you die 100 times before your actual date?
Anyone from audience?
Dr. Harihar, sir? Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Actually, religion in Latin means it originates from religare, the word. It says what binds humanity to the divine. That's actually the meaning. And the purpose of religion is to have a good order of the society.
Yeah.
So that some rules and regulations are there, people follow.
Very much. Very much.
And if they don't follow, there will be accidents and calamities. And,
there will be anarchy.
Yeah, anarchy. So a religion which goes against this principle, if it promotes unnecessary aggression, killing one another, it doesn't deserve to be called a religion.
But one thing that I have observed is that these days religion has become ritualistic. And, for example, tomorrow is my exam. I go to the temple and pray to God, the exam ठीक कर देना है, Prabhu, मैं pass हो जाऊं. And after I pass the exam, I forget about the temple. So this is ritualistic kind of a thing where we go to God when we need them and we don't think about Him when we don't need them. So
for such people, I tell them God has got limited powers. He can give you only what you deserve, what you have earned in your previous births, karma and all that. Only as per that, those rules.
God does not have limited power. God has unlimited power, but He decides whom to give what, depending upon your deed.
Yeah, that's what
He has unlimited power.
Yeah.
Karma.
If you depending upon your karma, He will either bless you or He will punish you. Then if He punishes you, you deserve it. You have done something for which He is unhappy about you.
So God is like X in mathematics. If you believe it is there, yes, He does it. Otherwise, He goes as per the karma and gives you what all you deserve.
Yeah, karma is a great concept of Hindu philosophy. That what you do, what you sow, you.
And atheism has existed since the time of Ramayana. Like in Dasharatha's Sabha, also there existed one Muni called Jabali. He was a totally atheist. He tried to mislead Rama, but Rama didn't budge from the dharma, path of dharma. So even atheism, lack of religion, is also very old. And they both coexisted, religion as well as being religious. They lived in harmony in India mostly.
Yeah. Atheists are always there. There are people who say that religion is irrelevant and I don't believe in God. But put him in a serious trouble, that atheist goes to a temple quietly and seeks blessing from the God, though he is an atheist all his life. So someone asked me, one of my teacher, Dr. R.S. Murthy, asked me, whether you are religious or you are an atheist. I told him I am religiously atheist.
Either the atheist goes to the temple or his wife goes and prays for him on his behalf, like some of our political leaders.
And my wife is very unhappy about one thing, is that I don't visit temples. Because I tell her that God resides inside me. So the Hindu philosophy says that in every kan mein Bhagavan, every individual there is God. So if there is God inside me, I will talk to him personally. Why do I need to go to a temple? But that is my philosophy, not necessarily true for everyone.
President sir want to ask.
For me?
President sir is there.
Okay. No, it is very enlightening that a lot of issues were brought, and really I liked the idea. You don't confront people. My early days when I had just passed, I still remember one incident, and which helped me look at the patients and their beliefs to look at from a totally different angle. There was a lady from a village background, had tied one or two limbus to the stomach. And that particular time, I used to cut all these things, including that many of the things actually what they have on the neck. Next day, when I went for rounds, she was telling, Doctor, you did a mistake yesterday, and for your shanti and peace, I have gone to the temple and there were 4 or 5 extra limbus were there. So, confronting them is not going to work that particular way. Sometimes we have to make adjustment with many of these people. I still remember in the end of the road where I practice, there was a religious person, quite learned fellow also, but a lot of people go to him rather than to me. In fact, this is actually practice what I had seen. But we had some good understanding in the sense that he used to do ritualistic, all these things, and then he used to tell, you go straight like this, there is a building where doctor is there and who will take care of me. I have given instructions to him. So it used to serve purpose of both the people. So he used to do his rituals, and these people will get well much better fashion than many of the other people who don't believe. Of course, with my wife, I have also trouble. Earlier, I used to go to temple and pray God that next time I'll bring my husband for this particular thing. I told her, whatever you want to do, you do, but don't bring husband into this picture. It's working actually. Thank you.
There is one guru here called Krishna Guru who blissfully refers case to me. He sees the person and then says that you go to Dr. Phookun, he will do the rest. He does his part, then sends the patient to me, that the rest of it Dr. Phookun will deal with.
So here I'd like to ask something. Say, for example, a patient comes, and he is having the belief that he is being possessed by some demon or some god, something. And he usually goes to these faith healers of whatever religion to get cured. And then they sent to us that we had taken the ghost, and now you can go and take help from a mental health professional, as we were sharing. When we are not talking against it, are we not deepen these beliefs that these demons exist, or all mental disorders are having some supernatural occurrences. So, how are we going to trade this? Because this is also, increasing stigma to some extent, isn't it? For my understanding.
So long they come to us after consulting a faith healer, it's okay with me. But if he stays with the faith healer, it's not okay with me. So generally, after spending a lot of money and after doing a lot of rituals, when they do not improve, they think about us. So they come to us. But initially, even today, the therapy is done by the faith healer. Whatever therapy he does that. And then only the second hand we get it. And that's one more thing that I'd like to tell you is that my patients sometimes tell me that you are my God. And I tell them that please don't make me God. Let me be a human being also, because at certain point of time you will let me fall, and I will fall with a thud. So let me be a human being, and I remain a human being, not a God. I have learned certain skills, and I am giving you the benefit of my skills. That's all.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Though it's not directly related to the topic, nowadays a word is very much popular, that is manifestation. What is your opinion regarding this concept?
Manifestation.
Yes, sir.
Manifestation of what?
Anything. Like there are people who are trying to learn others how to manifest.
You mean possession?
Not
Possession of
not
being
like possession,
something.
sir. It's kind of like I have some dream, so I'm manifesting that dream that it will happen, like this kind of thing.
May I add something? May I
Manifestation
add
would
something?
mean that you have certain thoughts or certain dream, and you think it will come to reality.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the way the person thinks. That is, I would say, a little bit of a weakness of the mind of that person to think that what dreams comes, it will come true. Like people say that the early morning dreams always come true. Okay, but early morning I get horrible dreams, and I don't get anything horrible happening in my life. So that is about dream,
Dr. Hariharan wants to.
Dr. Hari,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
Manifestation, regarding that, this world is a manifestation of God. This world includes all living and non-living things. So God is there in everything. So everything is a manifestation of God. That's what we in Hinduism look at it.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Viral Kumar want to say something. If you can
Yes,
unmute
he is
yourself,
there.
Dr. Viral.
Dr. Viral?
Yes, sir. So, popularly, when I heard about first thing about religion, the three aspects of religion, what I learned from my side, one was our way of living, way of worship, and way of life. These are the three basic aspect of religion, which usually people should be talking about. Majority of the time, our fight is on way of worship, how you worship, how I worship, and we keep ourselves distinguished by our method of worship, but we never discuss about our way of living. How do I live? How do I work? How do I wherever I am exactly right now, how do I progress myself spiritually, emotionally, intellectually? So as I feel, religion is a very important part of our everybody's life. The only thing is our understanding is really limited because of our basic understanding of our shastras, basically what it tells. Like for example, Nyaya Shastra, we actually study about Nyaya, which actually allows us to make meaning out of it. So when we don't read the shastras or we don't read the meaning of it, we actually start misinterpreting religion, and then whatever problems we discuss about this wrong guru and the disbeliefs, or some people comes with the taboos. The person is having epilepsy and people feel that this is some curse of Devi or something like that. So my personal feeling was that if since we are actually interestingly we are involving the science, religion, and the psychology, the entire Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma, what we call, is basically a treating the mind. So my personal feeling was that when we misinterpret or we don't understand the basic aspect of religion, why it came into existence, and what it is supposed to do versus how we are doing it, if we understand the basics, I think that will make more sense, as Dr. Phookun also mentioned in his talk.
Very rightly said. I think Dr. Rajmohan has written message about the manifestation. Can you unmute yourself and It's interesting. Yes,
Yes.
yes, Dr. Raj. Piyali, if possible, you can read the message.
So I'm quite happy that so many questions coming.
Yes, sir. There are a lot of.
Well, you can wait till Sir's audio connects back with us. There are other senior members if anybody wants to say
Dr. Vijay
something.
Nahata has. Vijay, sir.
I have a question to the audience.
Yes, sir.
I always find it difficult to understand what actually is spirituality. If a person is religious, he is automatically spiritual, or it need not be religious to be spiritual. So the word spiritual always, eludes me. I don't really understand what is spiritual. And second thing is that from our childhood, we have heard the word Hindu religion. Of late, I am hearing the word Sanatan, and I don't know what is Sanatan Dharma. How it is different from the earlier Hindu. Why the new name of Sanatan? These are my queries, these certain things I don't understand.
Dr. Wadlamani or Dr. Hariharan?
Or even Naresh sir can.
Yes, Sanatan means just it has been existing from times immemorial, ageless. This is an ageless religion.
So was Hindu religion. Why call it Sanatan instead of Hindu religion?
The name Hindu was later.
All
It has come
religions
later on.
All religions are eternal. Whether it is Hindu, whether it is Buddhism, whether it is Islam, all religion teaches the same thing actually: to love humanity, to behave properly. But those agents, the priests, the mullahs, all they misinterpret the religious teaching and try to gain benefit from their so-called closeness to God.
The name Hindu religion has come later on, much later on, maybe a few millennia before. Otherwise, it was earlier since long time. It's called, there is a meaning of Sanatan, very old.
So what I understand, being a Hindu is Hinduism is a pattern of living a lifestyle, and Sanatan is something you have to follow all the rituals and all the everything given in the yes. So
you
that
mean
I
to
understand from the Sanatan and that.
Tell something, Kathy?
You mean to say Sanatan is different than Hindu?
No.
Dr.
This is a
Shashi
part
ma'am,
of
please.
Hindu, but Hinduism is over-inclusive. Sanatan becomes a part of Hindu.
Simplified way of
No. I differ.
Kathy, please.
Yes. See, Hindu was never a religion as such. We say that Hindu and Muslims, Hindu and Christians, all that. Like we equate Hinduism with other religion, but as such, Hinduism in itself was never a religion because it was always divided into subcaste, and people would not say that I'm a Hindu. People would say that I'm a Jain, I'm a Buddhist, I'm this, that. So Sanatan is an umbrella which includes all the religions which are related to Hindu, or I feel the Buddhism, Jainism, everything is included under Sanatan. That is what somewhere I had read or heard maybe.
Do that include Islam also?
No, sir. No. The religions which are related to Hinduism.
So
because Jain would say that I am not a Hindu, but it is related to Hinduism. So it is included in Sanatan, not Hinduism.
So these,
Hinduism is a part of Sanatan.
Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism, all are offshoots of Hindu philosophy. They are basically Hindu philosophy, but they have diverted a little bit from Hindu philosophy. So now I understand that all these taken together is Sanatan.
Sir.
Yes.
May I intervene?
Naresh wants
Dr. Shashi ma'am.
Yes, sir.
So basically, what I wanted to say, what Dr. Khyati was saying, that Sanatan includes all these offshoots, because earlier they were all Hindus, and then they divided, like Sikhism. Once the eldest son was given for valor and for fighting. So that is Sanatan. And regarding the spirituality, actually, according to me, spirituality is a way of life. One need not be religious to be spiritual, but and religion is but following particular, like one could follow Hinduism, one could follow worship Krishna, one could follow Ram, or that would be following a particular religion. But spirituality is basically the way of life. That is my take on that. And it was a very interesting session, something which we all follow, we all do day in and day out. So it was really interesting hearing to you, sir.
Thank you.
Naresh sir.
Can I
Dr.
speak?
Naresh sir.
Yes, Naresh sir.
I mean, my understanding after so many years of being in spiritual, spirituality and religion are different, sir. So, spirituality, what it means is that there is a belief that there is an ultimate and there is an individual, and to understand the ultimate, one has to what is called understand the individual self as well, and the journey from the self to the ultimate is the spirituality, the crux of spirituality. Now, to undergo this kind of transformation from individual to the ultimate, the Sanatana Dharma has described a way of life. So, you have to live in this particular way of life so that individual can merge what we say as a yoga, or when we say as moksha, or whatever it is, merge with the ultimate. So that is what is the belief which is there till thousands of years, and various aspects of life to achieve that kind of thing. So there were various books written saying that why should we believe in this. So then, when people started questioning as to why should we believe in rebirths, why should we believe that this particular pattern of living has to be done? So that's where the whole literature has come into being. The Vedas, the Shastras, or the Darshanas, or the Upanishads, where in the Upanishads, where every disciple, it's a dialogue between the disciple and the teacher always. And the disciple always questions the teacher, why should we believe in this? What is this existence? What is this individual? What is this ultimate? So that's what that ultimate is called, Brahman. So they keep questioning the questioning, and then they arrived at what is called a particular pattern of living and how the society should be divided so that this pattern of living leads to ultimately the kind of individual merger with the ultimate. So there, if bhakti is there, bhakti means if there is a dedication, devotion to one particular aspect of the creation, then that aspect can be called a religion. Right. But then religion is not mandatory to for this path to achieve the spirituality, the ultimate goal of spirituality. Physical fitness is very important. Mental fitness is very important. So that's why we have all these aspects describing the way of life. How should you be physically fit? How should you be mentally fit? How should you be medically fit also? Right? How should you be socially fit in the society? So there are various rules and regulations to live in that society. So there are various rules and regulations to be mentally fit, the physically fit. So all these aspects of health, all these aspects, so everything has been described in all the Shastras, Upanishads, and all kinds of things. These are all what we say nowadays as scientific validation. But then that was a part and way of life. Yes. When you say that religions are equal, no, they are not equal, because this is not a religion. This is a way of life, and as Dr. Someone has pointed out before. So this is what is the aspect of life till say 2000 years BC. But then, say the other religions, quoted religions like Buddhism or Jainism have come, and then the people started following that kind of way of life. But that was not compatible with this kind of spiritual goals. And then we do have Christianity or Islamism, wherein people are popular because they are popular followers, or they formed community living beneficial to each other. So then they are what is called as focus drilling. But then again, the path, what we say, the individual merger with this ultimate, that is not the goals of spirituality. So they are not spiritual religions, we say that. Or their religions are there, but their goals and achieve or their purpose is not spirituality per se. So that is what is my understanding of what I could understand so far. But I can extend it or I can expand it many more. But then this is what is the crux of what I believe. Thank you very much.
For
May I
those
add
many,
one sentence?
Am
Only
I
one
audible?
sentence.
yes, yes,
May
Arun
I
sir.
add one?
Over to you, sir.
Yes. So thank you. Basically, Sanatan is the dharma. That was the only dharma in the world. The rest of the religions, Hindu is basically the regional word given to those who followed the Vedic lifestyle. Because it was, uh, the Sanatan was following the Vedic lifestyle. Whatever rules and regulations were there in the Upanishad and Vedas was there. So that was followed. That's why they were Sanatan, and that was the only dharma in world. Later on, roughly around some 200-300 BC, right from that, some religions came in. They followed their own this one. The latest was the Islam. Prior to that was the Christianity. So basically, those who follow the Vedic lifestyle are Sanatans, and the regional identity of these Sanatans is Hindu. That is my opinion.
Dr.
May
Harihar,
I add
sir?
one sentence, only one
Harihar,
Yes, sir.
sentence briefly?
Please, sir.
Harihar, sir.
Religion has got rituals, customs, and traditions, whereas spirituality is devoid of names and forms. That's what I want to add.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Raj Mohan is there. Please.
So if I'm audible,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
dear.
Oh, you are.
just about the word Sanatan coming back, actually. Sanatan just means eternal, or God is a spiritual being. It doesn't actually talk about religion per se. It's a more spiritual concept from which that is why one of the persons said that Jainism, Buddhism all come under this, because it only treats God as a spiritual being. Hello?
Right. Yeah.
The term Hinduism is actually not an Indian term. It's actually a Persian term, which means that people of Hind, which is the area around the Indus River. So there was a attempt in the 19th century, later 20th century, to take back the term Hind and replace it with the more correct term as Sanatan. So that is why this entire thing actually came about. And now that we are using Sanatan Dharma more commonly than Hind, is to actually take back the original form of the word and replace it with a rather Persian context called Hinduism.
As I
Thank you,
understand,
sir.
just to intervene, as I understand, someone said that Sanatan Dharma is based on Vedas and Upanishads. So how many people has read Vedas and Upanishad to understand Sanatan Dharma? I am skeptical.
Sir,
Sir,
we have
only I
read, sir, and
think,
me and Naresh sir had read it together. During COVID times, we had read all the Vedas and Upanishads together.
All of them. All
All
16
of them, sir.
Upanishads.
I
Yes,
no,
sir.
memorized. I remember
There are
3
4
Upanishads. I
Vedas and
can
16
by heart.
Upanishads.
Yes, sir. We
3
used
Upanishads
to
I by
have
heart,
a morning meeting, sir. We used to hold morning meetings, awakening, and in that we used to read and we had read.
Hats off to you with so much
Naresh
knowledge.
sir,
Nowadays,
Naresh sir, it's
psychiatrists are more religious
research.
and spiritual, sir.
Just about that point about toxic positivism, which I was saying.
yes.
Dr. Vijay Nata, you want to ask something? You raised your.
Dr. Rajmohan wanted to say something.
Yes.
No, just the earlier point about manifestation.
Yes, please go ahead.
Manifestation is rather coming from the entire theory called the law of attraction, which is basically not very different from magical thinking. It just says that if you imagine it, it is actually going to manifest. So it is kind of a toxic positivism, and any person who is not able to do it is being blamed for not being positive. So it is a slightly twisted toxic fad. So please don't fall for it.
Yeah. Sir, Dr. Phookun, sir, from my practice, sir, what I see is when you're talking about religious beliefs, sir, if you know a little bit, trying to talk, I think that's a very good way to get connected to the patient, sir. It
Very
could
much.
be
Very much.
it could be any religion, sir. I follow the Hindu religion. So if I know the aspects, at least if I'm not into Vedas, Upanishads, I don't need all that. But at least if I know the gist of Mahabharata, if I know some lines of what Lord Krishna was trying to talk to Arjuna and the way he tried to handle depression at that time. And these little things we try to learn from religion, right from Quran, right from the Bible. I think, sir, they get more connected And ultimately, our psychiatry is all about compliance, all is about adherence, and all is about long-term follow. I feel, sir, might be when you try to look at that point, though literally we may be following it in and out, but at least we are faithful to God and we know little about it. I am sure patients are going to be healed not through escitalopram or not through olanzapine alone. And I think that's why now the concept of religion, the concept of spirituality has been picking up in psychiatry. So if you see now, so many people are trying to promote it. I think it's a welcome for all the persons who practice their religion in the best possible ways. So just my observation, sir. Thank you, sir.
One small point is that if anyone has read Gita, I think Gita is the best form of psychotherapy. And when I was a child, I tried to read Gita, and my father said, "They don't read Gita now, you will become a sannyasi." So I read Gita much later.
Good for us, sir.
Very true, sir. Actually, neither the person who actually said Gita was sannyasi, nor the person who actually listened was a sannyasi. Both tried to achieve the best thing in their life by actually who listened and who told. And I still feel that Arjuna was the person who actually represents the human race. And to achieve something in their life, we need somebody who, like, Lord Krishna be the guru. That's why they say Krishnam Mande Jagat Gurum. That if you make a guru to a Lord Krishna and then you follow the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, most probably we are going to have a total different sense of our being, our existence, and our purpose.
Right.
So
there's one question from.
One thing I wanted to tell, sir, if you see Taittiriya Upanishad, there is something called as a Shikshavalli. Shikshavalli is the third part of Taittiriya Upanishad. And it is basically when a student graduated from the ashrama and when he is actually heading home, his teacher gives him a few ideas that what he is supposed to do in his life. So imagine at the 8th year when the Yagnopavita Samskara takes place and then the person starts learning the Vedas, the Upanishads and all. And there he's started gaining the knowledge, darshanas and everything. And then when he finishes by the age of 25, for so long, he studies for 17 years. And then when it's time to go home, his teachers give him a crux of message, which is in the Taittiriya Upanishad Shikshavalli. Now, if you see the few words of it, which is really, actually, I know everybody should follow it, something like that. The first thing what he says that is Matru Devo Bhava. Then he says Pitru Devo Bhava. You believe your parents first. Then Acharya Devo Bhava. You respect your teachers. Now, if you see this Gen Z, somebody had written, this generation had actually no respect to their teachers now. Now, when we feel that the Guru actually says that Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava, and then he says, Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam na Paramaditavyam. That means you do not live your life as it is. I mean, don't completely succumb to your business. At least Swadhyaya, do your self-analysis. Every time, spend some time, at least once a week or something, try to listen to it. So two phrases, what they say is, one is Swadhyaya ma pramadaha, and then he says Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. That means you don't be lazy. You know that there are good things you have to understand, you have to listen, you have to, build your character based on the teachings of Vedas or teachings of Bhagavad Gita or Shastras. Then you start imbibing it. Compare yourself where you have reached, and then go ahead and keep stepping ahead and ahead. And then second thing what it says is Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramadita. You never stop analyzing yourself. Whether are you going on a right path or not. And that process is, I feel, is a spirituality. So when a student goes home, the teachers actually gives the entire Upadesh. I think I just gave a reference because anybody who is actually interested, this is really, really interesting topic called Sikshavali from Taittiriya Upanishad. This is wonderful to see, sir. So this is a session, I think the podcast or our talk for this 1 hour session, it's also called scientific session is also, I feel that it's a Swadhyaya, where I analyze that I am practicing like this. Then the other person who is very senior, who had actually a work experience, and then he says that, I think you can use this strategy as well. This had worked for 15 years, 20 years in my life, in my practice. Then when I listen to this, I feel, wow, this is something which I didn't know. So this becomes Swadhyaya for me. This becomes my self-analysis. So wonderful podcast series you are all taking, and this wonderful topic. To heads off to the secretary and to the president who has actually decided this topic. Thank you so much.
I think you are very impressive.
Yes, it's very impressive. And secondly, you had given new name for our podcast. That is a Swadhyaya. So we are doing the same thing. We are still learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we conclude?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I have learned much more than what I knew earlier.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
very
being
much.
with us and honor us with your presence and the great insightful conversation we had today. We generated a lot of insights in this program. May I request Dr. Preeti ma'am to propose a formal vote of thanks, and then we can conclude.
Archana, before that, we have Manasvi Gautam here.
Yeah, I had seen him somewhere.
Manasvi,
Dr. Manasvi.
we haven't heard from you since many days.
Pardon me for that. With the new light, which I just remember, I'll do also some swadhyaya and introspect. I think the word which I thought more apt was introspection. Analyze self-analysis, introspection, and then using it into further growth. Amazing, sir. It's always a pleasure listening to Phookun, sir, with so much of wisdom coming in. I could not miss this at all. So even I was not there, then still I made it somehow possible that I could attend it and learn.
Thank
That
you,
gives me
Mansi.
again a
Thank you,
pleasure of being a
Mansi.
student.
Manasvi, one advice to you. Please
Yes, sir.
remember Krishna, the world
Definitely,
guru.
definitely, sir.
Good.
So,
Preeti
go
ma'am?
ahead.
Dr. Preeti, I'm there. Yeah,
So,
madam is here.
so at last, I am amazed. So, Dr. H.R. Phookun, sir, we are so enlightened, and because of the wonderful topic you have chosen and the way you have presented, it has raised so many important conversations. So, thank you so much, sir, for being here and being a speaker for this podcast. I'm very honored to say thanks to our president, Dr. T.S.S. Rao, sir. Sir, you are the guiding force behind this podcast. I'm really thankful to Dr. O.P. Singh, sir, Dr. Arun Marwale, sir, Dr. Naresh, Dr. Sujit Sarkar for being the guidance force. Special thanks to the team. Dr. Archana, you are such an amazing person and you are guiding us in such a wonderful way. To all others, Dr. Dhananjay, Dr. Piali, Dr. George, Dr. Manasvi, and last but not the least, we are really thankful for the audience who have interacted in such a wonderful manner. Thank you so much. You have all added to our knowledge. And in the end, I would like to give a big thank to our creative team who is behind all this show. Thank you so much. Good night.